Alright, so if you're like me, you probably noticed during the Democratic debates that one little thing never came up. Maybe I missed it, but I didn't hear it, and that's the federal debt. $22.5 trillion in debt, and even worse than that, $125 trillion in unfunded liabilities, and none of these things show any sign of slowing. Yet we still get told everything is going to be fine, we're just going to pay for your college, pay for your health care, pay for a large number of people's housing, pay for slave reparations, pay for a federal jobs guarantee at $15 an hour, and we're sending out a message to the world that if you come here, the U.S. taxpayer will pay for all these freebies for you, too. This is insanity. It's unsustainable. We cannot keep doing this, and the disaster will only be hastened by these astronomically huge proposals made by the Democratic candidates. And it goes without saying, Republicans in Congress have been terrible at this as well. They're a bunch of big government, big spending politicians too. Think about it this way. There are about 28 million small businesses in the U.S. The total number of small business assets comes out around $13 trillion. That means you could liquidate every single small business in the U.S. and barely be able to make a dent in our total liabilities. Or how about big businesses or corporations? You could liquidate every single corporation, including all publicly traded companies, and you'd get around $26 trillion. You could take care of our national debt then, at the cost of our economy and destroying just about everything. But even with that, you again barely put a dent into our Medicare liability, Social Security liability, or the unfunded liabilities, which is all of those put together, and then some. You don't even do anything about that, even if you liquidate all corporations. These Democratic candidates seem to have snorted some financed cocaine and are completely out of their mind. If dealing with this problem is not number one on their agenda, they're not worth your time. But of course it isn't on their agenda at all. In fact, quite the opposite. They don't even offer a hollow, empty promise of dealing with the debt. No, they don't even have the courtesy to lie to us, as politicians usually have the grace of doing. They won't even do that. They just ignore the problem like the plague and hope it doesn't come up. But if it does come up, like it does sometimes with Bernie Sanders, we just get a lot of hemming and hawing and we get pure avoidance of the issue. I know it might be a cliche thing to say, but people really are blinded by the never-ending promises of free stuff and free services. It is akin to believing that whatever you buy on a credit card is free because you're not paying for it now. It's just about the height of irresponsibility, and the price we're going to have to pay because of that will be impossible to pay. But that is all for now. Like, subscribe, and share, and take it easy.